All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here joined with legendary fighter Frez Oquendo. Frez, what's going on, man? How are you? Pleasure to meet you. Actually, give me 1 second. I should have did a mic check. Got to go run and turn on your mic. But Danny,
yes, no, you got it, Ness. But yeah, we are joined with legendary fighter Frez Oquendo from my beautiful city of Chicago, Illinois. So very, very, very happy, to have you here. Typically don't do guests on Sundays, but our good friend Chris at RX hit us up, and we couldn't say no. We could not say no, so we had to get you in for us. How you been?
Oh, man, thank you for having me here. Man, this is great. Nice little Hall of Fame weekend that I was honored to be a part of. It was a good one, actually.
I know it was the first one that they've had in a couple years, so you had some greats like Roy and Floyd and Fernando Vargas being inducted last night. When did you get into town?
Oh, I got in this Friday. It was a nice little ride from Chi-Town, but, man, it was well worth it. And
oh, you drove?
No.
Okay. You said ride. I'm like, damn, you made
flight.
That drive? Oh, yeah, flight. Flight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but so what's been going on, Frez? Obviously, we've got to see you throughout the years, put on many great fights, give us many great fights. What's new and what's current with you?
Well, I've been doing good, staying in shape. I'm hoping to get in one of those little Triller action, fight one of those former UFC champs. Or
okay,
whatever.
so you trying to get back in action?
Oh yeah. It's in my blood. As you can see, I'm still in good condition. I'm still in good shape. My thing is health and wellness. Without that, it's no wealth. But in the meantime, I'm traveling all over the world. Just got back from Ecuador. Flew from Ecuador all the way here to the Hall of Fame. We're servicing some of the youth out there, underprivileged youth, and I had the honor to meet some legendary, boxers from Ecuador, right there in the middle of the equator, and it was very, very nice to see, a different part of the world.
How long were you in Ecuador?
I was there for a week and a half or so,
Okay.
It was a great experience to travel in that little city, Quito, and meet some great people.
And is that something that you're into a lot, giving back to the underprivileged and being able to help the less fortunate? Or
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
With my foundation, FOBA, which is my partner Chris Bellew. He's my director. We've been together for many years, and here we are, and doing a lot of big things. Servicing not only the community, but the world alike, and also. We were responsible, again, one of the legendary all-time great, actually, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. As Fernando Vargas was saying, he was the youngest champion in history, but I don't know if he knows his history, because Wilfredo the Radar Benitez is the youngest champion in history at the age of 17. That he won the title in San Juan, Puerto Rico, my country where I was born. And he mentioned that at the Hall of Fame yesterday, Fernando Vargas. Maybe he's the youngest in the United States or something. I don't know how that is. But in history, in Guinness Book of World Records, is Wilfredo Radar Benitez. And we brought him from Puerto Rico. He was pretty much in the fetus position after Hurricane Maria. And my foundation was able to raise over $250,000 to relocate him and his family to Chicago and the Chi-Town and Humboldt Park, where I'm from, where I migrated when I was a baby. And the rest is history. He's doing a lot better. He's healthier. His sister Yvonne is doing a great job. Me and my partner, Luis Mateo, who's also one of my main trainers with my foundation. We also service the communities. We service 3 high schools and a nice big middle school in the city of Chicago, and many other kids. And also at the Austin Boxing Club, where we have legendary trainer Nate Jones, who also trained Floyd Mayweather, who's also here. To see to see our boy Floyd Mayweather get inducted, because me and Floyd go way back. We won the National Golden Gloves back in 1993, and it was an honor to see one of my old, teammates, make history, and hopefully I'll be next year to be inducted.
So next year would be your 5th year of inactivity, which allows you into induction, or it would be your 3rd? Because I know they changed the rules now, right, Danny?
I think it's 5th, but it's been a minute since I fought. Because I don't know if you familiar with my story.
I know you have a lawsuit, right?
Yes.
Is it still ongoing with the WBA?
Yes, it's going to the end. Actually,
can you give us a little bit of detail and background? How long has this been going on? When was the beginning of all this?
Oh, well, the beginning started back in 2000. I mean, man, this had to be 2000 and 2014 when I started when I fought Ruslan Chagayev in Chechnya. A Chechen rebel type country. It was real beautiful. I was with the prez, and he showed me mad love, and the world seen what I did. I gave him a boxing lesson. I beat him 12 rounds, and you can see the big.
How old were you then?
40. I think I was the second oldest heavyweight fighting for the heavyweight championship. I think I was 44, 43, around there, 44. And, man, I gave old boy a boxing lesson in WBA. They should acknowledge that. Not only that, they should have vouched for a fighter like in my status because, been going through a lot of controversies you see in my career, with the James Toney, Chris Burr, just to name a few. And here I am fighting for the most prestigious title in sports, the heavyweight championship, again in 2014. At an advanced age, I'm second oldest in history, if I think I'm correct, since George Foreman, because George Foreman was, I think, 45, 46, something like that. So I was, like, right behind him fighting for the heavyweight championship. So, I am in the record books as of late. But, yeah, since that time, I had to file a lawsuit, against the promoters of that event because I'm like,
who was the promoter? Don King?
No. I know that guy. I'm glad I got my walking papers with him back in the days in the early 2000s, going through the blues with him. But no, it was a Russian promoter, Ruslan Chagayev people, which the WBA, contracted with, to make this championship fight come to happen. So make a long story short, I fought 12 rounds, nice war, and next thing you know, we signed a contract. I was supposed to be paying my $1 million, and then an automatic rematch if the fight was controversial, which it was. So I made all that happen on my contractor side. And then once I get home, I wait a week, couple of months. Next thing you know, I had to sue these people in the Southern District of New York. And, man, things went real well for me. I won. And, of course, the legal part about it, all these, cutthroat people that I had that I thought was in my corner, like John Wirt, who's an attorney. I guess he was with Puvalev at that Twitter, which he fought the other day against Derek Chisora and got whooped, I heard. And this brown paper bag promoter, Bobby the Clown Hits, who's from
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, guy is bad for boxing. Don't treat his fighters right. And I was one of them. I gave him an opportunity to have me showcase on his cards. And, everybody put me against he tried to get me beat. I whooped them all. And I still didn't get paid, in those cards in Indiana. But just
at the Horseshoe?
Yeah, at the Horseshoe Casino, man. Can you believe this clown?
So let me ask you, are things still that way in 2022, in your opinion? Do fighters not get paid until after the fight? Because I feel like that's a disservice. Like,
big time.
How can you fight for 12 rounds and then not be sure if your check is there?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. This guy is cutthroat, Actually, he was part of the lawsuit and all that. So, he's definitely in the radar, him and these, other clown agents, so-called agents, in boxing. But, people like me, I'm advocating for fighters that go through, trials and tribulations like myself, like what I'm going through. But just to update everybody, the public, things are going okay. We're waiting for the judge's decision right now to make sure she, declined the defendants, which is the WBA, to keep the court case, federal case, keep going through in the Chicago federal courthouse, which I'm praying any moment they'll be.
Wait, so what, they're trying to get it out of Chicago?
Yes, actually, they're trying to get it to Panama, another third world country, the WBA,
Why?
Yeah.
So they could fucking
get me, yeah.
Bribe
exactly.
So they could bribe the officials for a decision? What the hell?
Yes, it's so cutthroat.
So what is their reasoning for wanting to go to Panama, though? Like, what are they telling the Chicago court system?
Well, that's what their attorneys, they got Chicago attorneys, they're fighting, saying that it should be, because I guess they got a clause or something in their bylaws, whatever the clause is, saying that if I sue them, it's got to be wherever they're they're located, which is
nah. You know what?
I
I did sign a contract like that. Remember that is like, if you sign a contract and you have any legal issues, it's in the contract where those legal issues go to court at. Yeah. So even though I'm from Jersey or I live in Florida, I signed this contract. If I have issues, we going to court in Cali. Where obviously that person is going to be more associated with, whoever.
You do have a point, but there's cases, law cases that, thank God, I had a great attorney. I looked it up, and this one fight named Samboon Mambe, something like that. He was former WBA champ. He fought. He opened the doors for people like myself when these organizations, F us the fighters. So by going through the records in the history, it's favoring me, the fighter, even though, like you said, that is in their little bylaws, whatever, their little controversial, treating the fighters like doo-doo. That's what they try to do, but not this time. I'm hoping my judge here in Chicago, my Chi-Town, will do the right thing, the justice that I've been waiting for since 2014. Remember, I fought for the heavyweight championship back in 2014. It's messed up that they held me, I was supposed to fight the winner of Ruslan Chagayev versus Lucas Browne.
Man, I remember you had an opportunity against Big Baby. I mean, there was so many.
Well, I'm gonna get there.
So many heavyweights that wanted to fight you in the last 4 years because of your. I don't know. Was the WBA keeping you ranked or something? Because you were getting offers.
Yeah. The thing is, all the offers, like I was gonna tell you right now, when I was supposed to fight the winner of Ruslan Chagayev and Lucas Browne. Dude tested positive, Lucas Browne. So there it goes. The WBA said, okay, don't worry, you got the next step. So here it go, getting ready to fight Shannon Briggs, 2017, at the Hard Rock Casino. A week before the fight, he tested positive for steroids. And now we go back to 2018. Remember, I fought back in 2004. Now it's 2018, and I'm supposed to be fighting Manuel Char. This bozo, this clown, tested positive.
But these are all WBA sanctioned
fight. So because I'm doing the right thing, being clean and fighting my ass off and leaving my family for months throughout all these, for years actually, through all these training camps. So I get penalized by the WBA because I do the right thing. And these clowns that get tested positive for steroids, they don't even get a slap on the hand. So,
but when you say penalized, what do you mean? You mean penalized because the fights were not happening?
Yeah, because they're cheating.
So you're wasting your time is what you're saying?
Yeah, because I'm not getting compensated.
But what's exactly happening during that time? Because you said you took them to court, so why are they giving you sanctioned fights?
Well, now that I'm taking them to court, they ended up moving on without me. They ended up, that's what I'm saying, Trevor Bryant, there's one Don King's crony.
Yeah. But you took him to court in 14. They were still offering you fights all the way to 18.
Yep, they all tested positive for steroids.
But why would they still offer you fights if you suing them?
Exactly.
Well, I started suing them after 2018, my last fight that I signed, a fight for the heavyweight championship, which was 3 times. You know what I'm saying? All my 3 opponents, I
remember that Shannon Briggs.
They all tested positive for steroids, so I get penalized, and the WBA just sweep me on the rug and put this clown Trevor Bryant to fight. Who did he fight for the title?
Wasn't it Stavern?
Yes. A shot Stavern. Poor Stavern shouldn't even be fighting. You can barely, say a word. No disrespect. But I'm just saying, when it's time for fighter leave, man, you don't got your faculties. It's time to go. But thank God I still got mine. Even at my advanced age in my late 40s, I still feel good, feel great. So now, I'm hoping I'm getting justice. I got 2 cases. I got my Southern District. I got my federal case against the WBA, and I got my the second case with Manuel Char and his.
How long has this federal case been open?
It's been a couple of years now, like 2 years. 2 years.
What is your attorney telling you in terms of time?
Well, now it's in this. Right now, they're getting ready to make a decision. If they're gonna grant the defendants or they're gonna decline. So once they decline the defendants, which is,
but decline him what exactly?
Of changing the court case to Panama, to the third world, places where they want, try to bribe, like my man was saying earlier. And I'm trying to prevent that because once the judge decides, no, we're going to stay in Chicago federal courthouse because of these other statutes that other fighters sued them and were successful, then they had to go to, wherever they want to be sued. So,
but you know they got a new headquarters in Houston, right? Have they opened that officially?
Oh, I have no idea. That's new. I'm glad you told me. I'm gonna tell that to my attorney.
Yeah.
No, I was actually.
He posted something where he's like, "Oh, the WBA."
Gilberto Mendoza. He spoke. He seen me at the Hall of Fame. Oh, how you doing, Fred? You know, big old smile. He tried to shake my hand. You know, I give him a little fist pump. But, you know, he knows. I know he's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because we was just in Houston last month when they had the event, too.
Bro, WBA does have a lot of
garbage
issues, man.
Yeah,
the Gabriel Maestre fight, that was like the biggest scandal last year.
That's right. Yep.
Was that like his nephew or some shit?
I don't know, bro. Then they had a judge. Remember the judge?
No, that's what it was. The judge was like
cutthroat.
It's crazy.
Those are his cronies. Those are Gilberto Mendoza's cronies. I'm calling it how it is.
So first, you're saying that obviously now, you know, at your advanced stage, you still feel great. You looking to get into maybe one of these Triller fights with a former MMA legend. You know,
what? Don't tell me Silva.
Who do you have in mind?
Any of those guys. I'll fight a Silva.
Nah, you ain't ready for Silva. Come on.
I ain't ready for Silva.
Fred, Silva out here moving.
Yeah, but who is he knocking out? Tito Ortiz, the shot fighters of a decade ago? Come on, man. You can't compare a legend like me against, you know, MMA fighter. I respect him, but
you're right. You're right. Tito,
it's a different ball
that
game.
Shit was so quick.
Yeah, that they can't compare that.
But didn't he just put hands on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.?
Yeah, he beat him.
But remember that they're like heavyweights. They're not heavyweights. Let me lay one right hand and that.
Yeah, but why would? So if you're a heavyweight, why would you fight a smaller guy?
I didn't say that. My man just mentioned that.
He mentioned that.
You said Anderson. You said Anderson.
I did say Anderson.
That's okay.
I did say Anderson. I did say. I know because you know Triller does those type of crossover fights. You know what I mean? It would have to be. I think. Revisit the Shannon fight or Evander, you know.
Oh, yeah,
he came off the loss to Belfort. He needs a win.
Yeah.
Or not a win, but you know, he needs to get back in that win column. Maybe that would make sense.
Oh, I'd love to get him out of retirement, but I heard the other day he finally officially said.
Oh, he done?
He even said no to Mike Tyson.
What?
Yeah.
There was heavy rumors. There was heavy rumors about that.
I'm updated. I was just with him and. You know, it was good seeing him. He still looks good, and that'll be a great dream of mine to fight. But yeah, they don't want none of this smoke. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I think the Shannon Briggs fight, Ness. I think you hit it on the nail. I think that would be big. And I know, wasn't he supposed to fight in what was that new triad? The triad combat, I think. Wasn't he supposed to have a fight?
Oh boy, what's his name? Junkyard Dog? Not Junkyard Dog. What's that dude? The former MMA champ. They're going at it right now. Damn, what's that guy's name?
Rampage
Jackson.
Yeah, they built that up and it never happened, man. I don't know what's, I always feel so bad for Shannon. Like, even with your fight, I remember that. He looked in great shape. Obviously, he tested positive, but like, he was working out, and I feel like that's when, he was in Florida, and every day he had like this new little live, like, let's go, champ.
Yeah.
And then the fight never happened. And it just is very unfortunate. He's also been trying to get an opportunity. Do you think that is a fight that can be revisited? Because he seems to be willing more than any of the other legends, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys, know of, but, me and David Tua, Shannon Briggs, we just got inducted to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. So I'm part of that Hall of Fame, brother and sister clique. So when I seen him, he didn't look like, when I was supposed to fight him back in 2018, I don't know if he'll be able to fight right now between me and you. Yeah, he don't look like the Shannon like you guys seen him a couple of years ago. I don't think he don't want none of this.
I ain't gonna front. I seen you in 2019, and now listening that you had a fight or all these fights scheduled.
Yeah,
I understand because I remember seeing him in 2019. I'm like, bro. You was in phenomenal shape running around the WBC convention.
Yeah, that's right.
No shirt. Every day.
Running outside. Was that Cancun?
Yeah.
Cancun. Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, yo, that's Frez. What the fuck? Because, I'm obviously younger than you, so I thought you would look older.
Right.
But you was out there in great shape and running.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was getting
so you know, and you're a heavyweight running.
Yeah,
you know. So at
you was running on the beach, Fred?
Yeah, man, I had that dream. You know, and the WBA, you know, did the wrong thing. That's why I got the asses in the corner right now. You know, to try to land that jab right hand to end it and get victory and finally get compensation. You know, all these years.
Fred, I gotta ask, being from Chicago, obviously we don't really hear of too many top boxers coming out of Chicago. Really, not many. At least that make it on, you know, to a major network or a major promoter. I feel that Chicago is full of talent. You know, we see it in other sports.
Absolutely.
What do you think the problem is with Chicago boxing?
These brown paper bag promoters, like I said, like the Bobby the Clown hits, and you know, try to shortchange these fighters. You know, like I said, I'm an advocate to that. I'm calling it like it is. I'm calling all these clowns out. You know, they gotta step up and do the right things to these fighters. You know, blood, sweat, and tears, taking punches to get scraps, man. No, that's not good. You supposed to be a fighter. Bobby hits. You were a fighter too. You know how that is, getting paid and not getting paid, and F out of here. But anyway, there's an up and coming talent. Yeah, there's one. Bowler, who's from my same cloth, started at Hamlin Park. Me and David Diaz, who was a former WBC champ, who fought Eric Morales, beat Eric Morales. That's my former, you know, so talent as of now, I call it is Bowler. Bowler is the kid that was in that Jesse Smollett, the two African brothers. You know, he's one of them. He's the younger
wow.
one. Yeah, so now he ended up winning the U.S. championships earlier this year, and he turned pro. I believe he's fighting tonight, actually, in Indiana. So I'll be heading home and straight from Chicago. I'm going to go check him out. You know, hopefully he gets his third victory. I believe it's third or fourth. But, yeah, Bowler, you guys check him out. Yep. Hopefully he get a fight with that Jake Paul clown and put him out, you know, put that clown out, you know, out of the business. 'Cause he ain't no real fighter, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, he got out the fight with Rottman. He knew Rottman was going to put that heat, you know, little junior. You know, I was with his dad at the Hall of Fame, and you know, it's crazy. You know, these YouTubers are making more money than heavyweight championships and champions, period. And, you know, that's disrespect to the sport. But, you know, boxing, it happens when you got these, you know, cutthroat people, cutthroat promoters and make the sport.
Hold on, champ. But Jake ain't back out of the fight.
Jake, because my man was 215 pounds, and Paul, you know, wanted him.
He accepted them terms, Fred. He accepted that.
You know how contracts
Junior accepted that, and then he goes to New York to make weight and still misses weight.
If I'm Junior, I'm thanking Jake because of him, I got another job now. You see the fight they just announced for Junior? He get the Belfort fight.
He fighting Vitor Belfort,
the one that beat Evander.
Oh, when is that fight? Oh, I didn't know that.
In October, they just announced it yesterday. He's fighting Vitor Belfort.
He would have never got that if it wasn't for Jake.
It's true.
Oh, okay. Oh,
he got that. He got that whole profile up. He went from 5,000 followers to over 250,000.
Wow,
because of Jake.
Well, I know one thing. Who got?
He couldn't even.
He didn't even have his own
name.
He was blocked out of his own verified Instagram.
Hasim Rockman
Jake
Jr.
gave him the keys to that.
He couldn't even. He couldn't even get his own name on Instagram.
Not Jake personally.
No, Jake's team. After they got him the fight, that was part of it. We're gonna get you your Instagram back and all that.
What, is he part of the Instagram crew or something?
I mean, when you an influencer that big, you know people.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Like to be honest, I've gotten, you know, Instagram on the phone. So somebody like Jake Paul, I'm sure is very easy. Hey, Hasim Rockman Jr., he's a legendary fighter. He can't even get his name. Let's get.
Well, rather, he's a legendary fighter with a son. This is his.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like Hasim Rockman, you know, and got him his fucking account, got him his verified, got him his followers, got him a big fight. Shit,
he got him verified too.
He wasn't verified. He only had 5,000 followers before the Jake fight.
Oh, damn, I had more followers than him. I got 11,000.
Yeah, you had more followers.
I need to fight him. Shit, I can't make that weight. Maybe his older brother, you know,
Logan.
Oh yeah, but damn, these guys.
I want to say he fighting lower because he fought Floyd.
Nah, man. What about what you think of Hasim Rockman saying that he would beat Jake Paul? And I mean senior. Is Senior just talking to help his son out? Do you think Senior, you seen him at the Hall of Fame, can he still shake it out? Is he? And I don't mean Jake, I mean you. If he want to fight Jake, he got to go through you first. What he doing out there fighting them young boys? He's 24 years old.
Yeah, he's nowhere near my condition, even though we're from the same era. Me and Hasim Wright.
Oh, so you in better shape. Oh, shit. Call out. Wait till Hasim hear this.
I'm 225, but I won't be able to make no damn. What is it?
No. We talking about Rockman. We ain't talking about. Forget about Jake Paul.
I don't think Robbie want to go in there in the ring. Nah.
I mean, he the one calling out Jake. If he want Jake, a 24-year-old, he better go. He better test the waters with you.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in no shape to do that. Nah. Me personally, I mean, he had a great career. They were from the same era. Not too many of us, still fit like myself. I don't see. Right, no.
Frez, I gotta ask, man, because everybody we mentioned, you like, come on, man, he shot 10 years ago. You talked about Stavern, and he's younger than you.
I know, that's crazy, ain't it? But if you see his career, his defining defeats, it took a toll out of his career. It's like when Shannon Briggs fought Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer, ferocious knockout artist. But once, he'd been taking so many wars with the Lennox Lewis, the Holyfield, when he fought Shannon just tapped on his head. The equilibrium was just, you see they had to stop it. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, though, you said Evander's too old and out of shape. Hasim is too old and out of shape.
Evander out of shape.
You even said Shannon.
No, he said Evander retired. He said that.
You did.
Right.
But Shannon was old and out of shape. You said, Rockman. So who in your era is still available, in your opinion? Like, who do you think has kept up throughout the time that y'all can shake it out?
Man, it's hard, man. Even Mike Tyson was before my era in better shape than a lot of our fighters. I mean, my boy was there, Naaman Brewster. I mean, and he's younger. No, we're the same age. We're from the same era. He's not in no frame of mind shape to fight, but he had a good career. He had I don't know if he got a detached retina, but he can't see him so ain't too many fighters I could say that could.
Well, I mean,
those hands in my era. It's sad to say, but.
So who you want to fight then? Because
I'll fight a Vitor, one of those guys. I mean.
Oh, now you're gonna have to fight the son, because I don't think Vitor making it past Rockman Jr. fight. See, Rockman Jr. had this whole time to hone in and work out. Now he's seen, damn, I wasn't working for real. I lost all this weight. I'm really not a heavyweight. He might end up being a cruiserweight or a bridgerweight now. This whole Jake Paul thing, he got 250,000 followers. My man going live every day. He probably remotivated too. He gonna beat up Belfort. I think Belfort also, he just got, as like I said yesterday, that's another dude stay testing positive. But
the thing is, will they test for that fight? The thing is,
they should.
In the UK, I think they will, man. What's the thing the UK got? Okada? They on that shit. They don't need no money for Okada. You don't got to pay like VADA or none of that. Okada's on their ass.
I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of that.
Really?
Never heard of it.
Okada
never heard of that. But
interesting.
But yeah, never heard of that.
That's who popped. That's who popped Dillian White. Remember Dillian White and Rivas fight?
Yeah. But I didn't hear about it.
I think you might have it.
I'm pretty sure it's the right. But
I don't know. I mean, the UK is also the same country that allows guys with 200 losses to fight. So
yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but those dudes with 200 losses be having what? 3 knockouts out of 200 fights, 100 and something fights. Like, those are tough ass journeymen. Then those are like Chop Corley's. You know what I'm saying? He's still out here fighting.
That's
like,
sad.
You know what I'm saying?
Though, yeah.
How is it sad when you want to fight? I don't get friends.
See, no. The thing is, guys, look, when you get punched in the head and continuously punched throughout the decades and years, I mean, that puts a lot, man. I mean, in a couple of years, I pray he still be able to talk, man. You guys understand, brain injury is serious.
Yeah, man, I was right. UCAD is the UK anti-doping agency. What's up with y'all?
I mean, are they well respected like VADA, though? Not that.
I mean, I ain't going to say well respected because they do have that discrepancy with Dillian White where, like, they found out he was positive and then they didn't tell Rivas.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of.
But other than that, they pretty on point. Like, they'll ban your ass if, like, they banned Eric Molina for testing positive, and he don't even live in the UK. So, they no one's perfect, man.
Right.
No one's perfect, Since you have so much experience with sanctioning bodies, I like to believe that IBF is one of those sanctioning bodies that more than likely will give you your mandatory if you have a mandatory. Like, you won't be passed over. You won't be made an interim. You won't have to fight 4, 5, 7 different eliminators.
You're right.
But then, I realized that for fighters, the WBC is the more prestigious belt, the one that they admire or look up to. I don't know. How do you see all these different sanctioning bodies? And I don't know, what was the belt that Frez won when he first was a young up-and-comer?
It's interesting you started that, and I was honored, when I was up-and-coming, I was undefeated, 22-0, with 15 knockouts. I was the hottest prospect of the year at that time with America Presents. Dan Goosen was my promoter. God bless his soul, he's not there. We had a great craft, Out of all the heavyweights they signed that year, like the Power Wolfgram, Clay Bay, Monty Barrett, all these top heavyweights were bigger than me. I was the last one, least.
Wait, Monty's bigger than you?
Yeah, Monty's like 6'3".
Oh, you mean height-wise?
Weight-wise, too, because I remember I was only 220, 19.
I had got to work out with Monty for like 3 years. He was training in Passaic at the Glen Tapia gym.
Oh, wow. He's in Vegas?
Jersey. No, Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
In New Jersey. Patterson area.
Oh,
Passaic, Patterson area.
Yeah, I've been there. Yep. Good boxing town. But, I was at least mentioned, when I signed with them in the class of 96, and, man, I was the last one to come up victorious in that bunch. And then when I fought the Black Rhino, that was my first time. The biggest upset in boxing that year is when I knocked out the Black Rhino. Remember, the Black Rhino just signed a contract with Showtime back in 2001 here in Vegas, and I'm still undefeated in Vegas. So once I knocked him out, the WBC was the first organization to acknowledge my hard work and craft. Out of all these organizations, they finally ranked me top 4 in the world, man. I was the top 4. That was doing when Mike Tyson was there, Chris Bird, Lennox Lewis, and stuff like that. So yeah, I was honored. A little kid from the projects of Chicago, ranked number 4 in the world in 2001, at the age of 25, to do what I do. It's unheard of. So Mauricio, his father, Jose Suleiman, very prestigious, very honorable. That's to this day, they're the most prestigious title in boxing because they give you your dues. If you beat a good fighter, undefeated fighter, they're gonna give you your flowers, and that's what they do. A lot of these other organizations, the IBF, when I fought Chris Bird, they should have mandatory had me fight my rematch. The whole world seen me beat Chris Bird. Even Chris Bird and the podcast, several months ago, finally admitted, yeah, you were the champion that night. You ended up, I felt great, but it's just the sanctioning bodies should do more for us, the fighters, man. If we put in that work and struggle, and the fans wanted to see, and they want to see justice, because I whooped Chris Bird. I don't know if you guys remember when I fought Bird back in 2003 and at the Mohegan Sun. And, man, I should have had a rematch 100%, and that never happened, So my career very controversial, but here I am today. I was with Chris Bird last night, or the night before last, and it's sad. He don't even look like a heavyweight. He's like 160 pounds, and it's tripped out.
But didn't he purposely lose the weight? He was trying to make a comeback?
Yeah, but he's naturally a middleweight.
I think he was trying to make a comeback at what? Like light heavyweight?
No, middleweight. He's
Holy
160.
Fuck.
That's the thing. So you already know back in our heydays, he must have, been doing some not legal stuff, and look where he's at today. I'd love to have a
You mean he
fight.
must have been doing something to gain all the weight if he's able to lose all the weight now at an older age?
He said he was eating a lot. If you read his
maybe
article.
he's vegan too at this age. And it's been I ain't gonna front, Frez.
Uh-huh.
I swear, I feel like I heard about Chris Bird trying to drop the middleweight or light heavyweight 3 years ago.
Well,
So he got some time working out to get to that weight.
During that time, he had hip replacement, both hips, his shoulders replaced. This dude damn near plastic. It's sad. I'm just saying. Man, I don't want to get no surgeries on my shoulders or my hip. Those are main parts of your body when you aging.
But they giving you a new shoulder, a new hip, baby.
You'll never be the same. Man. You'll never be the same. But I wish him the best, and it was good seeing him and him acknowledge that I was the heavyweight champ.
Well, Frez, man, those are all the questions. I do want to thank you for coming in on short notice. This was pretty fun. I don't know when you're going to be back in town, but we'd love to have you again. I'm sure our audience would love to hear some more stories. But I do want to hear something because I was going to, like, one of my main questions was, where's Frez Oquendo from? Then you said, oh, you're born and raised in Puerto Rico. I had no clue. I'm thinking.
I was born in Puerto Rico, but raised in Chi-Town.
Okay, okay. So who is Puerto Rican in your family?
Uptown. My dad and mom. My dad was a black Puerto Rican. My grandparents and stuff. Afro descent, and my mom, from the mountainous area of Puerto Rico. Which is pretty light. So I got the best of both worlds, and here I am. 100% Puerto Rican.
And do you have any children?
Yes, of course. Beautiful. My kids, they're older now. My oldest is Maya, miss her dearly. She's in California. My son Naeem, who's in Chicago with me. My son Solomon, he's in Aurora, Illinois. My son Frez Jr., who's doing great things, is in the corporate world. My first one to graduate from Northern Illinois University,
You're a Husky, okay.
Yeah, and then, Husky, yeah. And then my daughter, Jada, and she's doing great. She's in Hawaii, doing good things in the logistic field. They're all doing positive. And my daughter, Jalen, she's in, I believe, by St. Louis area. Then I got my babies, in my 40s, I had two more little ones. I got my little big boy, Liam Oquendo. He's, you'll see him on my Instagram, on my foundation, fobaintl.com. And then also my daughter, Riley. That's my baby. She just turned 7. That's my rising star. That's what keeps me young. At my late 40s age, ain't too many people that have kids in their 40s, but I was blessed.
Nah, champ, my mom kept going, man. I remember I was a senior in high school. I came home.
Which high school you went to?
So I got kicked out of Mount Carmel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I went to Mount Carmel my freshman year, got kicked out, and then I went to school in the suburbs, TF North.
Oh yeah.
Calumet City.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay,
South
cool.
suburb. Yeah, I'm from the South Side. So
oh wow, yeah. My kids played Mount Carmel for the state championship in 2012. My son was in a state championship against Mount Carmel, man. We lost Glenbar North.
Okay.
In the suburb, west suburb.
Yep.
That's why I raised my kids. Even though I'm from Chicago, from the project, from Uptown, North Side, and then the Lakeview area. I always got a rep where I grew up at. My people that always support me, Uptown, and Lathrop Homes, the projects. But so I raised my kids. After Tito Trinidad, his father retired, we moved back from Puerto Rico. My wife's like, no, we ain't moving to the city. We're moving to the burbs, and the rest is history. I raised my kids in the west suburbs. Great education. It's like paying for private school, but we don't because the state, it's free.
Yeah. Now you out there in Glenbar, you
Right.
good.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
are good.
Good
I
education.
promise you.
When you were with Mauricio, did he say he was leaving this weekend, or do you know?
No, I don't know, man.
I want to get him in the
And
building.
you all know I'm part of I'm the WBC ambassador, so he gives me mad love. Support my foundation, fobaintl.org. I'd love for you all, spread a good word. What I do with my foundation.
Absolutely. Frez, is there? I know you spoke about the bad. Is there other people in Chicago doing good in the sport?
Oh yeah, we got Nate Jones who was here with Floyd for his induction. Came with us from Chicago. A boy from the Austin boxing community, the West Side of Chicago, which is rough. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you guys heard Chirac. He's running the thing. I'm partnering with him. I'm bringing a lot of my kids over there to train at the Austin Boxing Club. We got the Chicago Park District.
Jessica McCaskill.
Oh, Jessica. Oh, yeah. The
Undisputed champ.
She's yes. First lady of Chicago. She's a beast. Undisputed. Yeah.
Did you see
Rick Ramos?
Yeah, that's my man. Rick Ramos. I trained at his Body Shot Gym.
I don't know if you saw last weekend, Kenny Sims out of Chicago.
Kenny
became intercontinental.
Yeah, WBA champ. Yeah, Chi-Town. Yeah, me and his father go way back. I know his dad very closely. And, man, he's doing a great job with his son. And, man, he's nothing but talent.
I don't know if Danny told you, but he hooked up Robert Garcia with...
Yeah, so Robert and Rick are supposed to be opening an RGBA, Robert Garcia Boxing Academy in Chicago.
Really?
You know,
Yeah, maybe you
give back to.
Maybe you should make a little phone
city.
call, man. Get that foundation up in there.
Oh man, that's what's up. Yeah, the first Oquendo Boxing Academy. There you go. We're doing great things. You know, want you guys follow me. You know, on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Frez Oquendo. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. You see all the great things what I'm doing here, Ecuador, all over the world. You know, when I was in Dubai, I was in Saudi Arabia, all that good stuff. I travel all over the world to do good things, and that's why God blessed me. You know how it is. When you're a giver, you get blessed abundantly.
Amazing.
Yes, sir.
Well, Frez, man, we're going to go ahead and take a
Frez.
quick intermission. Please give out your social media. I know you just done so. We do want to take a picture with you before you guys leave, but we appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you. Make sure you guys follow at Frez Oquendo, FRESOQUENDO. That's my Instagram and Facebook. Frez Oquendo Boxing Academy. Okay, guys? And then my foundation on Instagram is FOBAINTL. Make sure you follow all the good stuff I do.
.org, right?
Yep, .org if you want to donate, you know, for a great cause, you know, helping these underprivileged youth, at-risk youth like I was. And that's why these kids relate to me.
Absolutely. And a big shout out to RX. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, yes. 100%, man. They've been supporting my foundation, my kids at the boxing academies. Can't thank them enough. You know, Chris, you know, Baloo, who's been my dear friend since the early 2000s. And here we are doing great things with the sport of boxing.
Yes, indeed.
All right. We'll
Thank
be right
you.
back after this intermission. We're going to take a quick picture with Frez Oquendo. See you later. What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.